Hi, and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video of the 10th episode of Street Talk, Season 1, called Murder is a Novel Idea. In the last episode, we saw Norman meet up with an old scientist love of his, so they could use her and sneak around the company she works at to investigate the sale of illegal laser weapons to arm dealers. They ended up racing around a business car park, pulling off a few nice stunts, fair play, along the way, to stop the bad guys. Let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I will be discussing what happened and my thoughts about the episode. I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. So I assume we get some jewel robberies going on then. No alarm going off? How on earth did they get into a safe? Like that especially. It wasn't blown, I think it was just it was open.
Where are they? No, I don't like this, Norman. I'm gonna check out the alley.
Oh yeah. Check around the back. Look like I'm at the front, aren't they?
I got him, Norman.
Fire a rocket. Fire a particle beam. Done. Got to throw that in. Hit that with a gun. Oh, it's on fire.
Jesse, the kid.
If that was real, that would have been a much bigger explosion than that, if that was full of gas.
Norman, where'd they go? We lost them. Come on in.
Again, I don't understand how they could lose him. He was literally 10-15 seconds behind them. He could easily head off in the direction that they were travelling and probably fairly quickly catch up and get some idea. Gave up way too easily.
Rosemary Fairling had been raped by at least 2 men and then stabbed to death. Her body was found by a young campus security guard named Donald Jordan. Officer Jordan is now Captain Jordan. No one bothered to do what I plan to do in my new book, identify the murderer of Rosemary Fairling.
But what if it is for real?
She was an honor student.
We'd better find out how much she really knows.
That's not a good idea to announce that you're going to reveal someone who murdered somebody. I mean, I'll just draw a big target on your chest. Could the police get her to provide the information if is it withholding information in a murder investigation if she doesn't provide it? Don't know. Probably is.
Hello, you handsome devil. Miss me?
Well, how could I? Seems like you're every place these days. Boss know you're here?
Surely all the reporters would
What the
be
hell is she doing here?
talking
Yes,
to
now.
her if they saw her.
I thought I had you barred from this building. I'm gonna...
Oh, my God.
Look out. Don't touch anything.
Obviously a setup.
I want her
Yeah, that's not going to make him
arrested
very
now.
happy. Don't think they could arrest her. I don't know what they could arrest her
The
for.
only reason I'm not throwing you in the slammer is because the press would have a field day.
See, I've got this yellow streak when it comes to hospitals and pain. Ugh.
I think we all have, haven't we?
I mean, you used to love being on the street, being right in the middle of it, huh?
I've adjusted. And I managed to stay pretty busy.
Yeah, he's barely at work. He's so busy. Cat doesn't want to be there. Let's hope there's only one of them. Touch wood. I've never been burgled or anything like that happen. I can't imagine what it must feel like.
You really outdone yourself this time.
Come to gloat, Commander?
Oh, he thinks
Come on
set
in.
up. The girl who cried wolf.
Wrap it up, gang. I don't think we're gonna find any important evidence here tonight.
I don't know if he can.
Maybe you wanted to
do
redecorate.
that. That's probably a very ropey legal ground, him doing that.
Can we have dinner at Max's tonight?
Sure, Max's sounds great. I'll pick you up in half an hour.
Is she really going to want to have dinner? I could perhaps understand wanting to get out, but she's going to return to it in that state. I thought getting it all sorted first would be best and then going out. But obviously, everyone reacts differently.
what else we've got.
So I'm assuming they're the two who
Police
attacked that
reports,
Rose.
Articles.
Jesse!
Oh.
Hi!
Coincidence.
What are you doing here? We don't want to intrude.
No, not at all. Seriously, it's not a problem. Look, it's just me at this one big table, all alone.
Oh, good, Mr. Tuttle. I see your party has arrived.
Ever heard the term third wheel, Norman?
Don't you think it was,
Yeah, I'll be taking this.
didn't you think it was a little strange that they didn't steal anything else?
Well, I suppose. I guess I'm just lucky.
Maybe somebody doesn't want you to finish this book.
Like who?
The murderer?
The murderer? Now, if I was the murderer, I would do anything to keep this book from being published.
Not if you were dead.
So she thinks it's somebody who's died. That would explain why she's okay with writing it and announcing it, and although not quite, because it said that the person who was murdered was raped by 2 people. So if one of them might be dead, but no guarantee the second one is.
You're welcome to come inside and stay a while.
Well,
I'd love to.
I would as well, perhaps not for the reasons she's thinking, but I'd have gone in to check everything was okay first. I wouldn't be happy just leaving her. She said it herself, interrupted him before he could find what he was looking for, so he might come back.
Where are you going?
A little detour. Won't take a minute.
Stephanie's? Look, Jesse, I'll tell you what. You head in, I'll call her and find out if she's okay.
What, like 2 or 3 in the morning it must be by now?
Well, he asked me to give you a call and see if you were okay, and he's a little bit worried.
Okay, so it looks like they are
I
still
appreciate it, really.
round
I'm
2.
keeping busy.
Jesse, she's in trouble.
Okay, so they're going to actually kidnap her this time. Makes sense. Probably should have done it the first time, really. Not them abdicating kidnap.
Jesse, don't shoot. Stephanie's inside.
I could use particle beam on the engine. That way. They're very rubbish kidnappers, not to lock the doors, put child locks on or anything. I'm assuming maybe they didn't have child locks back then, actually, thinking about it.
That's the police. They'll help you now.
Again, he's not that far behind. He probably could catch up with them.
No, not me. You go home and get some rest. You're starting to look like I feel.
I mean, it must have been about at least 2 or 3 in the morning when that originally happened. Then he went to Stephanie's, so let's say 3:30. He's been trying to find her. She made a report to the police. That would have taken her a couple of hours. It's going to be about 5, 6 in the morning. When does he sleep? Well, he's going to be working.
Who did you have pegged as Rosemarie's murderer?
James Joseph O'Connell. He left shortly after the murder. He's what they call a sexual deviant. Anyway, he was killed in prison eventually.
But that's one person. There were 2.
Just what you need. An hysterical woman throwing herself at you.
You're right.
Happens every week.
Hey,
Can I stay here tonight with you?
Oh, he looks heartbroken. He's going to say no, isn't he?
Jordan, you're already part of it.
That's the
I wasn't the one who murdered
Chief
that
of
girl 20 years ago.
campus
It doesn't
police.
matter anymore.
She knows too much. We've got to get rid of her.
Putting myself in their shoes, burning the house down is probably the best way of doing it. Getting rid of all the evidence, and unfortunately killing her. He's very house proud. Put the coaster down.
If I can find out who it is, you got to admit that capturing someone who's alive is a lot better.
Yeah, but if it's taking you all this time to prepare the book and point at the wrong person, how are you going to find out now who did it?
stay here. It's safe.
Norman!
Probably a good idea for her to stay there. Nobody knows she's there, so...
Jordan, he's the security chief, isn't he?
Yeah. Last time was on his boat. This guy also has a Palm
His
Springs
boat?
address.
So?
So, an apartment in the marina, a condo in Palm Springs. That boat
Chief
slip
of
alone
police
must
salary.
be worth half a year's salary.
More than
Maybe
that.
he comes from a wealthy family.
That's a good point.
Donald Jordan's bank accounts.
He's been receiving quarterly checks for $30,000 as special security consultant for Howard Construction.
These guys practically built the city.
That was the father. Now the son runs the corporation. 3 days after Rosemary's murder, this guy Jordan ends up on the Howard payroll.
Seems an odd place. I'm assuming they're going to kill her there. I would have thought it would be
Thank you
quite
for coming, Miss Craig.
quite public.
What'd you
More
like
visitors
doing
than
with
that
that,
normally.
You better ask them.
So unlikely that nobody would hear that. It was a busy road outside with people walking past. Alright, there might be no staff on site, so I made sure of that, but
2, 1.
I said it before, but I still do like that bit of flame and then that initial burst. That's the best looking part of when he goes into hyperthrust. Go on, get real Grand Theft Auto vibes watching that the roads. Because a lot of that was the maps on that were based, I think, on Los Angeles.
Look, I don't even know who you guys are. I had the wrong guy.
So now they're all stuffed. She's not going to get very far with her legs tied. I'm sure she's going to try and trip him up. Yeah, you can't. Exactly. You had to try. You're better off getting up on foot and running up to him and kicking him off the machine.
Where is he?
You've still got that little handheld gun that's on the side. Take that off, say get off the bike and just run up and shoot him with it.
Jesse, blow it!
Oh, what? That probably would have killed him if it hit the cab. But he did that, jumped that blind. He's got no idea what's on the other side. It could be all sorts of just junk on the other side. He'll land on it and wreck the bike.
True, isn't it?
Write the last chapter.
Television does add 10 pounds.
I really do.
I've got 10 cameras on me at the moment.
All along.
Okay. That was an alright one. Action sequences were a bit... the story did drag on a bit. But I made a note, but I said it in the episode itself. They said right at the start that that woman Rose was killed, stabbed and raped by 2 people. And yet her entire book seems to have been focused on that one person dying. So she was happy that, oh yeah, everything's good, write the story, no problems. What about the second person? And then obviously it turns out that she was wrong and that both of them are still alive. That just doesn't make sense. It all just falls apart from the very beginning. And I would have thought, I don't know, but surely senior police officers they don't have their records checked every now and again or something, some sort of audit, just to make sure they don't have money like that coming in for nefarious reasons. I mean, if somebody in his position, it's probably an alright pay, but it's not going to be a flat of the marina, a boat kind of pay. That would surely, if you knew about that, raise a few red flags and need some investigation. He would need to justify why he has that money. It might be, as I said, he might have rich parents, inheritance or something. Fair enough, it's justification. But just for it to be not said and for him to just have all those things and no investigation into it seems really weird. So there's a lot of not sure how to put it. Don't know. Just the story seems a little bit weak in some points. Just on the fact side, stuff that would never happen and just doesn't make sense. I'd say it was an alright episode. there have certainly been better ones. It was still better than the Unsinkable 453. I thought it was an awful episode, actually. It was just very slow and dull. I found some of the earlier episodes a lot pacier and better than the ones so far, so we'll see how the future ones go. Let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and see you in the next one. Be seeing you.